hear me?
And welcome back to the National Sports Centre here in Blaine, Minnesota. Men's Pool A action coming up. The Bulldogs on the left of your screen against Rugby Utah, the defending champions. It's the young guns, the new kid on the block, taking on the veterans, the champions in Utah.
Their matchup of the day, Dan. Both of these sides clinical in the first two performances. Rugby Utah put on an absolute demonstration of skill and power in their last match.
Bulldogs kick deep. Putty fields this just outside his own 22. And they look to express their speed early on here, Utah. And they've got it in spades in a long run there from Anderson.
Entry.
Seen him score a couple of great efforts so far this weekend. Whippy now. Loops one out to Nichols, doesn't go to hand. As it bounces, he's got Whippy on his outside. Both the Whippy boys starting here for Utah in this game. Slow pass comes in. Kaka finds Putty. Putty finds Anderson on the side. One-on-one with Stanfill. Stanfill comes at him, can't rope him in. And Anderson opens the scoring ledger here this afternoon. 5 points to 0. Rugby Utah, early lead.
Picking off exactly where they left off. And Anderson again, deceptive long stride, heavily involved in the opening stanza. We've seen it time and time again. You get Putty in there, takes on the line, throws a beautiful wide ball. It's not often you see Stanfill outmatched on the outside, but Anderson putting his hand up.
Blue. Thank you.
Whippy will look to convert from out on the sideline. Great strike of the ball, Whippy. No mistakes. Flags go up. 7 points to 0. Rugby Utah showing why they're the defending champs early on here.
Jared Whippy, that boot of his, one of the best attacking weapons in this tournament, and we're going to see it again on the restart. He gets plenty of height on them.
Another one. Look at that. Looks like he's kicked it out of hand almost. It goes so high. Pops down. Whippy. Got Putty on the inside. Picks up Putty on the inside. What a great line from Don Putty. Well, Sir Don gets a try under the post, and Utah running right early on.
Frustrations continue to mount. That restart is so high. They get the ball back probably more than 60% of the time. And you'll see it at the end there. Great inside line. Don Putty, all the experience. Whippy holds him up at the line, and Whippy will convert. So Utah making a statement.
Back to halfway with Whippy now. 14 quick points for Utah. Still 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. High kick contested, batted back, way back for Utah. Putty, he's forced to go back within his own confines to get that ball. Comes down now. Oh, beautiful run from Utah here. That's Weber. Weber, they're not going to catch Zach Weber. He gets a try as well, even when things don't go to plan off the restart. Utah get their third of the match.
Yes, another high restart. We'll keep talking about that man's number, Jared Whippy. Ball's batted right back. Putty showing the presence, holding up the defense, slings the ball out wide, and Zachary Weber. Haven't seen him feature much. Fresh legs, too much power and too much pace as he dots down right under the post.
Conversion successful, 21 points to 0. What a start for Utah. The Bulldogs, they've already punched their ticket through to the quarters with wins over Austin Huns. They've also had a win over Beltway. They'll have second place in this pool. This one is for the number 1 seed, and you're thinking early on, James, it's got to be Utah.
Unless the Bulldogs can find a way to get the ball in their hands. They haven't even touched the ball so far.
Another one of these high restarts. Look at the time. We'll have to get the stopwatch on one of these just to get an exact time. It's incredible. The opportunity provides for his players to get down there. Does Whippy. This time, though, the Bulldogs have the ball. What can they do with it? They come down the blind side. Stanfill looks for an opportunity. Jinks back in outside his 22. Back towards the middle now.
High tackle.
That's
Leave it
Kabir.
wide. High tackle. Hey.
He's taken just on his 22. They'll get the penalty. Nelson. Nelson looks up. Nothing in front of him except Utah jerseys. Nelson. Isolated. Kabir dances. Can't get away from the defensive Anderson. Picked up now. Still with the Bulldogs. And that's Griswold. Finds Stanfield. Stanfield. He'll drop it onto the boot. Stanfield coming here. Putty hard. Putty. Forced to go back. Great tackle from Stanfield. Good release. Putty gets up and plays on. You see Stanfield pleading, saying, well, when is he held, sir? There's Nichols with the ball, trying to keep the defences bay. Anderson back to the middle. There's Putty. Finds the big man in Kaka. Now we're out to Whippy. Whippy leaves Stanfield in his wake. Steps inside Nelson. Well, he's 1,000 to 1 to stop the footwork of Whippy. Unselfishly offloads back inside. Another try for Utah with still 1:20 left on the clock.
Minnesota, the birthplace of the roller skates, and Joshua Whippy taking his turn, skating around the defense, and unselfishly dishes it off at the end there, but too much. Give this Bulldog side frustrating stuff. Was kicked away from Stanfield. It was the right option. He was pleading, saying that he wasn't released when he gave the ball, but doesn't matter. Whippy adds the extra 2 points.
I'll have a look.
Dominant performance
he
so
went to
far in
ground
the
to pick up
first
the ball,
half.
and then he got up.
23 points to 0.
Subs.
And it doesn't get any easier for the Bulldogs as we come back to halfway. Some changes coming on. And here he is, Carl Drago in the 8 jersey, makes his way. Wife Celia tuning in at home. The Jason,
Come on.
is it Momoa? It is Momoa. Aquaman coming up in the new Justice League movie. Bit of a nerd for that stuff. Game of Thrones. We've got Khal Drogo. He does look like him too with the long hair, and he's got the beard. And, whew. I'm sure Cecilia, his Khaleesi, is home tuning in. And this is better from Stanfield. He picks up a loose ball. He's off down that left-hand sideline. Only Putty coming in defence. Keeps him honest out wide. The Bulldogs certainly needed that as they get on the board here. Still down by a significant total to this outstanding Utah side.
Very well done there. Opportunistic try. We've seen him do it in an Eagles jersey time after time. Stanfield, a finisher, comes screaming onto the ball, sits up into his hands. Easy canter, 60 metres downfield. And he's able to score right on the eve of halftime. Crucial try, at least just to break the momentum from this dominant Utah side. So we see Corey Jones with the conversion attempt. Kick is up, and he pushes it to the right.
That is a halftime break. Impressive lead here. Utah in control, 28 points to 5 over the Bulldogs. When we return, second half action coming up.
Oh, good. Maybe the impact covered up my language. Yeah, to me, I'm seeing that White is getting the ball in the air and putting it backwards.
Yes.
Okay.
That is what I see.
Good.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I'm getting that right.
No, we're square.
Yep. Happy? Yes, happy. Okay. Yeah, if you see it, just pretend. If it's close, then maybe scan. Sure. Yeah. Thanks.
And we are back here at the National Sports Center.
Yeah. If you do think
7
it's blue
minutes
in the air,
gone. 28
call
points
in.
to 5. Rugby
Not really.
Utah in control of this game. And the story thus far, James Patterson, the restarts of Whippy.
If you're Steve
Ready, Blue?
Lewis, I don't even know what you say to your own players. Maybe other than get a man in between the ball.
Well, that was a 4.15 hang time on that restart, and that's why they're getting it. 4 seconds. You think about the distance you can travel in 4 seconds. His team's getting under it. That one didn't go 10, and the Bulldogs will have the ball first here. Stanfield looking for quick hands as he's met and bundled down. They find the big man now. Back down, Jones. He pops that ball up. Stanfield, can he get loose? He can. Finds Garber. Garber dances his way into the 40 of Utah. Kabir. Oh, stolen from Whippy. Classy work from Whippy. Has he got the gas to get to the corner? I don't think they're going to catch Whippy. Not even the ankle tap from Nelson will change anything. Rugby Utah start the second like they did the first with a try.
Throw him up with high hang time, and he strips that one there. Real opportunistic try against the runner play. Heartbreaking stuff from the Bulldogs. See, it gets him in a high tackle. And Jared Whippy able to strip the ball free. Enough pace to get down into the corner. And look at the deflated faces on this Bulldog side.
After that,
Very, very difficult.
All right. Time on.
Conversion from out wide. This one will stay to the left. Unsuccessful off the boot there. With Jared Whippy, his first miss of the day.
Does make his way to the sideline. He will be replaced by Joseph Nichols. So let's see if Joseph Nichols has been practicing with Whippy.
Back by Blue.
Better stuff from the Bulldogs to Stanfield. He's brought down on the 40.
Forward
That
pass.
one goes forward, though. And you get the feeling, though, Coach Steve Lewis, he's not going to be too disappointed. He's got his side through to the quarterfinals. He's always a tactician, Steve Lewis. He's known for that. Very sharp rugby mind.
Throw the ball away.
He's keeping some players on the sideline.
Crouch.
One-eyed
Blind.
tomorrow morning, perhaps.
Set.
Putty. Nichols now shifts this one to his left. Little jump step. Well done there. Lucy. Referee Shea not happy, and the penalty comes down. Bulldogs with a chance to attack through Nelson. Looks to his right, Nelson. Links up now with Griswold. Nelson spins away. Oh, beautiful stuff from Nelson. Gets away from two defenders. And he'll run away underneath the post.
Great work. Excellent job. They piled into the breakdown. See on the replay. Ali comes in, able to get the ball out, spins out of a tackle. One against the runner play there. Much needed. 3.5 minutes left in the game. One feels like it's slightly out of reach. But Jones with a relatively easy conversion can bring it back to 33 points to 12, and he does.
Have to be somewhere.
Yeah, the seeds in Pool A pretty much wrapped up now. Utah will go through as the 1, Bulldogs as the 2. A very tough little beltway out of the Washington, D.C. area. Spoke to their coaches not too long ago. They were just happy to be here and take away some valuable lessons as this tick goes deep.
Take it
Fielded
in.
just before the try line. Utah will attack through Putty. Kyle Drago has the ball, now finds Nichols. Nichols drifting, dummies. Thomas comes at him and drags Nichols down outside. He's 22. Slow ball for Utah. Big dummy and pick up there from Goff. Goff now with Nichols. Nichols with some space. Kabir comes at him. Putty can't handle. Pops it down. Still, Rufflin Rufflin. Nelson comes at Rufflin. Now Jones lends the assist, looking for the steal. Great work from Don Putty to get in there and shut that down. Ball pops up. That's Williams. Williams, Carl Drago. Drago beats one tackle. Wow. Uses the Dothraki fan to perfection. Scores a try. Great stuff there from Ali.
Yes, excellent individual effort. Ali's a hard man to put down. He waves that ball out round in front of him like a magic wand, shifting defenders. Again, came from some great interplay. Utah has an
Quick ball.
amazing ability to keep the ball alive, move it through the hands. In the end, it's just a numbers game.
I'll have a look at the content.
Bulldogs out on their feet, having to defend virtually the entire match so far. Interesting to see, even on attack, they've been able to shut down the threats this Bulldog team has. Kabir has been absolutely electric so far today, but this Utah defensive line very organized.
And conversion no good. Score remains 38 points to 10. Under a minute left to play. Ali goes up for it. Not 10 though. We'll come back towards halfway. 30 seconds left to play. Nelson. He's got a heart the size of Seabiscuit. Does Nelson. He'll play until the end. So they come down. Strong run. Sideline. Close. Flicks it back inside. Well done. Referee Emily Shea calls for a high tackle. Bulldogs play quickly. They're going to play to the death. That's Smith. Smith comes across. Switches back inside. That's with Griswold. Nelson with the clean out. Wallace over the top and earns the penalty. Beautiful stuff from Wallace and Utah. Clinical stuff showing why they are the defending champions.
Yes.
Too good. Far too good on defense.
Knock on. Advantage
Smith
blue.
there. Strips that in the tackle. Some trouble there for one of the Utah players as well.
Advantage over.
Looks like he might be Rufflin. Might have picked up a knock on the shoulder in that contest. Smith steps into scrum half. Shifts it across. Potitu.
Advantage. Offside.
Dumming. Jinking. The Fijian magician
Advantage
goes
over.
wide. There's space here for the Bulldogs. Edwards. He'll bring it round for the try. Nichols keeps him honest out wide. It's enough though to end this game. 38 points to 15. Kick to come here for the Doggies.
Nothing more than a consolation try at the end. Came from keeping the ball in hand. Looked like they were one man down. And hopefully he's all right. One of their players out of the University of Utah. Very good player coming up through the ranks as he gets some attention on the sideline, and the final conversion is unsuccessful.
And that wraps it up here. Clinical performance from Rugby Utah. They'll take the 1 seed in Pool A. Coming up next, though, we move on to Pool D. And this one should be a good one. It's the Chicago Lions. They're going to be taking on Life West when we return.